You're safe. You're comfortable. By all accounts, life is good. So why is there a voice in your head that refuses to believe it? Even now, a hidden network in your brain is running a program that's been fine-tuned for millions of years. It's scanning for threats, replaying the past, and simulating future dangers. And the reason it won't switch off is far stranger and more ancient than you might think. It's 2 a.m, the house is quiet, and you're exhausted. But instead of sleeping, your mind is screening a high-definition replay of a slightly awkward thing you said 3 years ago. Or maybe it's just a low hum of anxiety, a feeling that something's wrong, even when everything is objectively right. You want to rest, but your thoughts just keep spinning. It feels like your own brain is working against you. If that sounds familiar, you're not broken, you're not flawed. You're just experiencing the side effect of a brilliant, ancient, and deeply misunderstood survival system. To get why your mind won't be still, you have to accept a fundamental truth. Your brain wasn't designed for your happiness. It was designed for your survival. It's running on ancient hardware, a biological operating system shaped over millions of years to solve one core problem: keeping you alive in a world full of immediate, physical dangers. Think of this system as a tireless guard in the fortress of your mind. This guard doesn't care about your quarterly reports or your social media feed. Its only job is to scan the horizon for trouble. In the ancient world, the person who heard a rustle in the grass and assumed it was a lion, not the wind, was the one who survived to pass on their genes. This created an evolutionary filter. The cautious and the anxious had an edge. Worry was a life-saving tool. The problem is, that ancient guard is still on duty, but the world has changed. The saber-toothed tigers have been replaced by ambiguous emails, social pressures, and looming deadlines. But the guard's programming hasn't been updated. It can treat a threat to your social standing with the same red alert urgency as a threat to your physical life. So, with no lions to watch for, the guard turns its hypervigilant gaze inward. For decades, scientists figured that when we weren't focused on a task, our brains just went quiet. They were wrong. They discovered that when your mind is at rest, daydreaming, staring out a window, or lying in bed, a specific network of brain regions actually flares to life. They called it the default mode network, or DMN. The DMN is the storyteller in your head. It's the hub for self-referential thought, thinking about yourself. It pulls up memories, helps you imagine the future, and weaves together your sense of who you are. When it's working well, it's the source of your creativity, reflection, and future planning. But for many of us, this network can become hyperactive. Instead of gently wandering through memories, it gets stuck in a loop. The DMN becomes a rumination machine, trapping you in repetitive, negative thoughts. This isn't just thinking. It's a pattern of obsessing over a bad mood and all its potential causes and consequences. This is your DMN in overdrive, and it's a major neural contributor to that feeling of being stuck in your own head. If the default mode network is the storyteller, the amygdala is the emotional amplifier. The amygdala is a small, almond-shaped region deep in the brain that acts as your alarm system. As a key hub in a wider threat detection network, it's constantly helping you gauge the emotional significance of what's happening. And this is where the cycle gets vicious. Your DMN dredges up a worry, a past mistake, or a future what if. The amygdala, running its ancient survival software, doesn't register a harmless thought. It senses a potential threat. It sounds the alarm, triggering a release of stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. Suddenly, your heart is racing, your muscles are tense, and that vague worry feels like a genuine, life-or-death crisis. This stress response makes the amygdala even more sensitive, creating a powerful feedback loop. The more you worry, the more threatened you feel. The more threatened you feel, the more you worry. This system also has a powerful negativity bias. For survival, it's far more important to remember the one berry that was poisonous than the 100 that were delicious. Your brain is wired to prioritize negative information, which is why a single criticism can so easily overshadow a dozen compliments. So, you have a wandering storyteller, the DMN, and a panicked alarm system, the amygdala. Surely, the logical, advanced part of your brain can step in and shut this down, right? That's the job of your prefrontal cortex, PFC, the so-called CEO of your brain, located right behind your forehead. It's in charge of rational thinking, problem-solving, and impulse control. And it does try to help. When the amygdala sounds the alarm, the PFC springs into action to solve the threat. It does what it does best. It analyzes. But here's the paradox of overthinking. The PFC starts trying to find a logical solution to what is often an emotional and sometimes imaginary problem. It runs endless what-if scenarios, trying to prepare for every possible outcome. This is what psychologists call analysis paralysis. Your logical brain gets stuck in a loop, and instead of finding a solution, it just digs the trenches of rumination deeper. It gives the DMN more material to spin and keeps the amygdala on high alert. To make matters worse, chronic stress can weaken the PFC's ability to regulate the amygdala, making it even harder to break the cycle. The very tool that should bring you clarity becomes an engine for more anxiety. This trio, the wandering DMN, the fearful amygdala, and the overanalyzing PFC, creates the perfect storm for a mind that refuses to be still. It's a system designed for a world that no longer exists, clashing with the complexities of modern life. Our world is a fire hose of information. We're bombarded with notifications, social comparison, and a 24/7 news cycle, often engineered to grab our attention. And nothing grabs our attention like a threat. During the day, we're often too busy to process it all. It's only at night, when the external noise fades, that our brain finally gets a chance to sort through the day. And this ancient threat detection system, underused during a day spent in a physically safe environment, finally gets to work, applying its life or death intensity to your inbox, your social feed, and your existential dread. Overthinking isn't simply a character flaw. It's a mental habit that gets wired into the brain, especially for those with a genetic or temperamental predisposition to anxiety. The more you do it, the stronger those neural pathways become. Your brain learns that this is the correct response to uncertainty. It's trying to keep you safe by preparing for the worst, but in doing so, it robs you of peace in the present. So what can we do? The answer isn't to fight your brain or try to force this system to shut up. That's like yelling at a guard dog for barking. It only makes it more agitated. The answer starts with a radical shift in perspective. Your restless mind isn't a sign that you're broken. It's the echo of millions of years of survival. You can think of that inner critic as the voice of an ancestor who learned to avoid the poison berries. That social anxiety is the legacy of a relative who knew that being cast out from the tribe was a death sentence. Your mind's refusal to be still is a testament to an unbroken line of survivors. The overthinking DMN is the dark side of your amazing capacity for creativity and planning. The hypervigilant amygdala is the shadow of your profound ability to love and protect. The analyzing PFC is the flip side of your intelligence and skill in solving real-world problems. When you understand this, you can start to change your relationship with your thoughts. You don't have to believe them. You can observe them. You can see a worry pop up and recognize it not as an absolute truth, but as a forecast from your brain's ancient weather station, one that's notoriously biased toward predicting storms. If this new way of looking at your mind resonated with you, hit the like button. And for more deep dives into the science behind your inner world, make sure you subscribe. Now, I'd love to hear from you. In the comments below, what's the biggest thing you learned about your own mind today? The next time you're lying in bed, safe and sound, and you feel that ancient alarm begin to ring, try something different. Don't fight it. Don't get frustrated with it. Acknowledge the tireless guard on duty. See the thought for what it is, a signal from an old protective program that's just doing its job. You can mentally thank it for trying to protect you, and then gently remind it and yourself that in this moment you are safe. Your mind isn't refusing to be still because something is wrong with you. It's refusing to be still because, for millions of years, that is precisely what kept your ancestors alive. Understanding this may not silence the mind completely, but it can, finally, bring you peace with the noise.